Please help me to reach 1,000 subscribers. It was a Tuesday night when she walked back into the house. She pushed open the door the way she always did, as if the last week hadn't flipped our entire lives upside down. She smiled casually, set her suitcase down by the entryway and said something light like, "Hey baby, I missed you." And I just stared at her, feeling like I was looking at a stranger wearing my wife's face. But I didn't understand that fully yet, not until everything started to unravel. Let me back up. If you're going to judge me for what I eventually did, if you're going to truly understand why I made the choices I made, then you need the whole picture. You need to know what betrayal looks like when it destroys the foundation you thought was unbreakable. My name is Mark, I'm 34. I'm not the paranoid type. I've never been the guy who rifles through phones, who follows locations, who questions every late text. I trusted her in ways I didn't think twice about. 6 years of marriage. We met in college, the typical story. Two broke students sharing cheap coffee and big dreams. She studied graphic design. I was grinding through business school. We used to laugh about how one day she'd design the branding for the company I hoped to build. Bit by bit, we created a life, a condo we were proud of, a dog that we treated like a child, memories we filled every room with. So when she told me she wanted a week-long girls' trip to Cabo, sunshine, relaxation, time away from work, of course I didn't question it. I encouraged her. I even offered to drive her to the airport. She was excited and I was happy she had something to look forward to. And at first it all seemed normal. She sent selfies, beach pictures, fruity cocktails with little umbrellas. Captions like "living my best life" and "girls just want to have sun." But then the updates slowed down. Our nightly FaceTimes became every other night, then stopped completely. She said the resort Wi-Fi was terrible. Said they were staying out late, sleeping in, too tired to talk. I accepted her excuses because I wanted to. But something in my gut tightened, a quiet warning I tried hard to ignore. When she came home that Tuesday, she looked absolutely fine. Tan. Energized. Even brought me some cheap little bracelet that said, Cabo 2025. She hugged me like she meant it, said she missed me and that the trip felt longer than she expected. But I noticed things. She was quieter. Distracted. Always checking her phone. And she kept touching her stomach, absent-minded, gentle, like a reflex she wasn't aware of. Something in my mind snapped into place. I didn't confront her. Not yet. I watched. Paid attention. She wouldn't drink. Her appetite changed. She seemed exhausted, nauseous, irritable. By the fourth day I couldn't ignore it anymore. I pretended to be asleep, waited until she got in the shower, and then I checked the bathroom trash. That's when I saw it. A torn wrapper. And a pregnancy test. Positive. My heart felt like it slammed against my ribs. The floor practically shifted under me. We weren't trying for kids. She was on birth control. We had a plan, 2 more years until we were financially comfortable. So, how? I waited a couple of days, hoping she would come to me on her own. Hoping she was just working through it. She didn't. Finally, during dinner, while we sat there eating pasta like nothing was wrong, I looked at her and said, "Is there anything you need to tell me?" Her fork froze mid-air. I watched her face crumble, like glass cracking in slow motion. Then she broke down and the whole truth spilled out. She said she messed up. That on the second night in Cabo, she got drunk. One of her friends had invited a coworker to join them at a beach club. Said he was only there for the weekend. They danced, flirted, and then one thing led to another. She claimed it was only that one night. That she barely remembered his last name. That she didn't realize she was pregnant until after she returned. She said she panicked. Didn't know what to do. She said she loved me. That it meant nothing. That we could raise the baby together. She said all of that, like she hadn't just detonated the life we built. I couldn't even respond. I just got up, walked to the bedroom, opened her closet and started packing her stuff into bags. She followed me, sobbing, begging. "Mark, please don't do this. I'm sorry. It was a mistake. I love you." I turned to her, and the words that came out of me were colder than anything I've ever said. "You didn't just break my heart. You destroyed the future we built. That wasn't a mistake, it was a choice. And now this is mine." I handed her a duffel bag. She stood there shaking, tears pouring down her face. "You don't live here anymore," I said. She left that night. I didn't yell. I didn't cry. I didn't even feel anger. What I felt was worse, clarity. Brutal, emotionless clarity that the woman I thought I married was gone. The next morning, I called a lawyer and started the divorce process. She tried everything, voicemails, emails, photos from the early days of our relationship, but nostalgia couldn't undo the truth. Accidents can be forgiven. Betrayal wrapped in lies cannot. It has been 14 months since all of that happened. I moved to a new place, sold the condo, took the dog, started building myself back up, traveling, meeting new people, getting my life together piece by piece. And sometimes, late at night, I think about that version of me, the man who smiled as he dropped her off at the airport, believing love would always be enough. But now I know better. Love without honesty isn't love. And sometimes the hardest thing you'll ever do is walk away from the person you thought would be your forever. But here's the truth. There is peace beyond the pain. There is freedom in choosing yourself. Every single time. Please help me to reach 1,000 subscribers.